Nice to meet you on my channel. It's a new channel. It's the first tutorial, my first tutorial of the channel of this crochet baby dress for my daughter. My daughter is 1 year and 3 months old. She is tall 78 centimeters and the dress length from here till the bottom is 40 centimeters. The white here under the yoke is 54 centimeters. This dress has a square yoke, but this is an anatomic square yoke because the back side of the yoke is a little bit longer than the front side. In this case, it fits much more better as for babies as for adults. It's very easy to do. You should just make a little bit longer the back side once you finish the yoke. In this I explain in my tutorial. Another particular thing of the dress is that I worked a row of double crochet here where the yoke open, just to not let it open, because when the baby moves, when the girl runs, here without this row of double crochets, here will be the hole because the yoke will open. With this row of double crochet, it remains closed. And I like it like this. For me it's important. With my tutorial you can crochet the dress for any size. For the newborns, for a 6 years old girl as well. I explain you everything. You should make a very little calculations, but very little calculations about the distribution of the chains for the yoke. Nevertheless, the calculations are very easy. If you have some questions, write me in the comments and I will help you. For this dress I used 170 grams of the yarns. I used 3 balls of 100% cotton yarn and I added a little bit of this yellow yarn. It's 50% acrylic, 50% cotton yarn because I understood that it was too little. If you don't know what yarn to use for this dress, you can use cotton yarn, mixed composition yarns or even acrylic yarn. I have left you some suggestions in the description box below about the yarns that you can find easily if you could need it. This is my first tutorial on the channel. I made it very detailed. Please like it if you like it. Write the comments. It will help me to make my tutorials better. I have plenty of ideas of crochet and knitting for my daughter and for me, and I want to work them out with you. Let's start to crochet. For the dress, I'm going to use these 3 balls of yarns. Any of them has a weight of 50 grams and 180 meters long. These are Turkish yarns, 100% cotton. I like this yarn very much, and I use the hook from 2.5 millimeters till 3 millimeters. This ball I will use for the yoke, and I will use the hook 2.5 millimeters. And for the down part I will use these 2 balls. Look, the colors, very tender, very lovely colors. I'll use the hook 3 millimeters for the down part of the dress. So this is about the yarns. Then I will need the buttons, 2 buttons, but I have this pack of buttons from AliExpress. Then I will need scissors and stitch markers. Any kind of stitch markers will do. Such type of stitch markers, this type of stitch markers, or even safety pin if you don't have stitch marker, or even this kind of safety pin, or even paper pin will do. Okay, if you have no stitch markers, no pins, will be okay. Also pieces of yarn of different color. I will let you see how you can use this piece of yarns instead of markers. And now we are going to make a little bit of measurings, and we will need measuring tape. I have this one, centimeters from one side and inches from another side. So let's go with our measures and make a foundation chain. I know very good that it's very difficult to take the measures of your child, of your baby. So I do like this. I've taken a t-shirt of my daughter. She has 1 year, 3 months. I do rather like this neckline. It's okay for t-shirt. For the dress, I'd like to make it a little bit shorter, maybe 2 centimeters shorter. So what will I do? I take the t-shirt, take my measuring tape, and I start to measure the neckline. Don't pull the neckline too much. Don't pull it at all. I'm going to the end, 34 centimeters. I'd like to make it a little bit shorter, the neckline. So for me, 32 centimeters will do. Now, let's make our foundation chain. If you have no possibility to take the measures, you can use this chart. Look at the yellow lines, find neck circumference and add to this measure at least 4 or 5 centimeters. But don't forget that these measures are average and maybe they will not correspond to the exact measures of your child. To start the chain, we should make the slip knot. Take the yarn, put it on your finger, enter the hook from this side, turn it, fix the yarn with your fingers, grab the yarn, pull it through. Our slip knot is done. Pull it a little bit. Now yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'm making my foundation chain. So as I decided that my neckline will measure 32 centimeters, I should chain till I have the chain long 32 centimeters. Let's do it and then meet when we have made our lengths. Now I have completed my foundation chain. Yes, I arrived at 32 centimeters. And now I'm going to chain other 2 centimeters. Why, will you ask me? There are 2 reasons to do it. The first reason is that when we'll make our first row, solid row of single crochet, the length of our foundation chain plus the first row will be different. And the second reason is when we'll complete our first row, we'll try our chain with single crochets on your baby's neck if you have the baby along, because it's very easy. It's not like taking the measures from your child. It's the chain is soft. You can take away the hook and just put it around the neck and see does it suit you or not. If it's too short, you will decide that no, it's too short. You will just make 1 or 2 centimeters of single crochet and okay. Other way, you should do it from the very beginning in another time. So I have made another 2 centimeters. Now I have 34, even more. Okay, more is not less, it's better. And now we are going to make our first row of our yoke. We are going to find the second chain. I will show you. This is the first chain and this is the second. We are going to insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 chains. This is our first single crochet, and I'm going to make the single crochet in every chain. Insert the hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and again the next chain. I'm going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and again insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, let's meet at the end of the row. I have finished my first row of single crochets. Then I pull very good my chain, and then I will see how long is it. Once you pull it very much, now you should only put it and pull a little bit. I have a little bit more than 32 centimeters. Yes, here. So I will eliminate a couple of single crochet and we'll measure it another time once again, starting from 0, pulling it a little bit. Now I'm at 32 centimeters and a little more. Another 2 single crochets. I will eliminate. I think that now I am at my length. Yes, 32 centimeters. So I'm going to try it on the neck of my daughter, but first of all I will try it on her t-shirt. So I'll put it here. I'll follow the neckline of the t-shirt and I will look how will it look like. Yes, it's finished here. Other 2 centimeters that I don't want to be so long. I will go and try it on my daughter. If I like it, I will leave it like this. If I want it a little bit longer, I will just make other single crochet till I will reach the desired length. If I want it shorter, I will just eliminate some single crochets and that's all. So I tried this chain on my daughter, it's okay, and I'm going to eliminate this piece of chain. I've taken a needle. You can take also a sewing needle if you don't have a knitting needle, and you should just follow the yarn and open the chains. I have eliminated the chains. I have had more, and now I'm going to count how many single crochets I have made here. So let's count from any side you like, from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. I have already counted them. And I arrived at 92 single crochet. But we should calculate also this chain we have slipped at the beginning of the row. Do you remember? We have inserted the hook into the second chain, not into the first one, because this chain was, to begin the row, was instead of a single crochet. And we are going to make the second row. On the top of this chain, we'll work another crochet. So I have counted 92 single crochets, and I've stopped here, and I'll make +1 plus this chain. So totally I'll have 93 stitches. And let's see how we'll distribute these stitches on the yoke. You may have less stitches if you have more thick yarn, of course. So we have 93 stitches. I have 93 stitches. You could have 85, 73, 90, 91, another number. But it doesn't matter. I will show you how you could distribute these stitches, your stitches. This is our yoke. This is front side. This is back side. Back side is composed in two parts. Here we have buttons. This is our shoulder and another shoulder. Yes? Here we have corners because our pattern has the corners, and even corner in our pattern has one stitch, one stitch, one stitch, and one stitch. So for the back, front, side and shoulders we have 93 stitches minus 4 stitches of the corners, and we have 89 stitches for our back, front and shoulders. Let's go to distribute them, these stitches. So 89 will divide per 10, and we have 8.9 stitches in one part. For the front part I will take three parts. 8.9 per 3, we have 26.7 stitches. But it's impossible to make 26.7 crochets. We should take or 26 or 27. 27 is an odd number and I can't divide it into two parts. So I'll take 26 stitches for our front side, 26, and for the back. For the back, these 26 stitches I'm going to divide into two parts. 13 stitches and 13 stitches. Okay. Now for the shoulders I'm going to take two parts of these stitches. 8.9 per 2. I have 17.8 stitches. Also here I'm going to choose 17 or 18. Here I have taken 26 and not 27. I have taken the less number. So here I'm going to choose the bigger number, 18 stitches. So this shoulder we have 18 stitches, and this also 18 stitches. Let's go to count together all the stitches. So 18 plus 18 plus 26 plus 13 plus 13 and plus 4 our corner stitches. We have 92 stitches, but I have 93 stitches. What shall I do? It's impossible to divide in equal mode 93 stitches because it's an odd number, not even number. So I'm going to eliminate one single crochet from my chain, and I will start with 92 stitches. It's a very normal thing. Nobody in the world can match the odd number on your neckline in this mode. So it's very normal thing. And if when you have 92 or 93 stitches, one stitch doesn't matter at all and makes no difference. So don't be afraid to eliminate one stitch. Or another thing, I could add one stitch, but I don't want to make my neckline longer than I measured. For me this one is okay. So I repeat you how is our division. We take our number of stitches, then you make minus corner stitches. In our case it's 4, number 4. From the number you have get, you should this number you should divide per 10 parts. You should find out one part, and then 3 parts take for the front part, another 3 parts from the back part, 2 parts for the shoulder, and 2 parts for the other shoulder. So these 10 parts we divided in this mode: 2 for the shoulder, 2 for another shoulder, 3 for the front side, and 3 for the back side. That is, now we are going to take our stitch markers and mark our corners. Let's go to put our stitch markers. Let's count. We are starting from the back side, yes? Here's the end and the beginning. So we are going to count 13 stitches, and on the 14th we'll put the stitch marker. Don't forget that the first stitch is this first chain we have skipped in the beginning of our first row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this is 14. This is the 14th stitch. I'm going to put here a stitch marker, this one. Then we have a shoulder, 18 stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And the next one, the 19th stitch, is our corner stitch. Now I'll put another marker. Back, shoulder, now the front part. 26 stitches. Let's go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And the next stitch is our corner. And here I will put a pin. That's it. Now we have a shoulder, another shoulder, 18 stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The next stitch, I'm going to use a piece of yarn. I just pull it out, and this is my marker. And the last part is the back part, half of the back part, 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. This is the 14th. I'll eliminate it because this was the stitch number 93, and we have calculated that we should have 92 stitches. It was this stitch, the 93rd stitch. Now I have eliminated it. Okay, now we are ready to start our second row. Row number 2. Chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over. Now we are going to work the double crochets into each stitch. Now only in the beginning we are going to skip the first chain, the first stitch, and insert the hook into the second stitch. Look from here, not the first one but the second. Why we are going to skip it? Because we have made the chain of 2, and the chain of 2 is like our double crochet, is instead of double crochet, because we are not able to start the row directly with a double crochet. So the first stitch is occupied by our chain, and we are going to insert the hook into the second chain. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Our first double crochet is made. Let's go ahead. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And again, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And in this mode I'm going to work my double crochets till I reach my marked stitch, because the marked stitch is the corner stitch, and in the corner stitch I'm going to increase my double crochets and make this mode, make my yoke larger and larger. So I'm arriving at the corner, couple of double crochets, I'm almost at the corner, the last one, the last double crochet before the corner, and here am I. I take away my marker, and in this stitch, the marked stitch, in the corner stitch, I'm going to work 5 double crochets, all 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into the corner stitch, pull, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. The first one. The second one, yarn over, the second double crochet, the third double crochet, all the double crochets into the same stitch, the fourth double crochet into the same stitch, and the fifth double crochet into the same stitch. Now my corner will be in the middle of this shell. The middle of the shell is the third double crochet. I'm going to find the third double crochet, the fifth, the fourth and the third, and I'm going to insert here my stitch marker. I prefer this type of stitch markers. And I will continue to work my double crochets into each stitch. One double crochet into each stitch. Yarn over, the next stitch is here, and a double crochet. Yarn over, the next stitch, and a double crochet, and so on till the next marked stitch. I'm at the next corner, so take away the stitch marker, yarn over, and again 5 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth into the same stitch, all together in one stitch. And again I'm going to search for the middle double crochet, for the third double crochet, the fifth, the fourth, the third, and here I will put my yarn, so you will see that you can use not only stitch markers but even pieces of yarn. And again one single crochet into each stitch till the next corner, and at the next corner again 5 double crochets. I will show it for you once more time. Let's meet at the end. I'm at the last double crochet before my corner stitch. I put away my stitch marker, yarn over, the first double crochet into the corner stitch, yarn over, the second double crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, the third double crochet again into the same stitch, yarn over, the fourth double crochet and the fifth double crochet all together into the same stitch. Now I'm going to count the middle, search the middle double crochet, the fifth, the fourth, the third, and insert my stitch marker here, and again one double crochet into each stitch, one double crochet into each stitch. I think here everything is clear. The same operation we'll do with our last corner stitch, 5 double crochets inside, and we will mark the third, the middle double crochet, and we'll meet at the end of the row. I will show you where to insert the hook. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. I'm going to work my double crochet, and now I have our initial chain of the previous row. Yes, there are no single crochets anymore, only our initial chain, and I'm going to insert the hook, yarn over surely, and insert the hook into this chain somewhere on the top of this chain. It doesn't matter exactly where, somewhere on the top. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Our second row is completed. Oh, here I missed the stitch marker. 1, 2, 3 here. Now let's see what do we have now. We have the beginning part of our yoke. Look. Now it has its shape. It starts to have its shape. Yes. If you want, I suggest you to try it again on your baby if you have it longer, and see again if you are satisfied with the measures or no. But before, pull it very good. Every side of the yoke, pull very good, because when we will work it longer, it will be pulled more here. And another thing I recommend, especially for the beginnings, to check the number of your double crochets between the angles shells, between these 5 double crochets. On the shoulders I should have 18 double crochets, on the front side 26, and these little pieces 13 double crochet each piece, because it's very important not to make the errors from the very beginning. I have checked everything is okay, so I will start with the third row. I'll put my hook, turn the yoke, row number 3, chain 1. In this row I'm going to work the single crochets, 1 single crochet into each stitch. Let's skip the first stitch, because in the first stitch we have chained 1, and the chain of 1 is instead of our single crochet. And I'm going to insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And again, next stitch, yarn over, pull the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Insert the hook, and again in this mode I will continue all the row. We'll meet before our first stitch marker. I will see you how to replace it and how we will go on. I'm making my last single crochet before the marked stitch. Then I put away the marker and I'm going to work the single crochet into this stitch. Then I just replace the marker into this stitch and go on to work my single crochets into each stitch. So I think here everything is clear, and we'll meet at the end of the row 3. Sorry, a little part of the video, along 1 minute, was damaged. I will show you how to finish the row with the sample. It will change nothing for you, it's exactly the same. So I'm at the end of the row. I'm working my single crochet, and now I have here the initial chain of the previous row. Please don't insert the hook between the chain and the double crochet here. You will have the hole here. Let's find the top of the chain and insert the hook into the top of the chain, using only 1, or it's better 2 parts of the chain, and a single crochet. That's it. The row is finished. turn the work, and the row number 4. The row number 4 will be the same like the row number 2. We will chain 2 and work the double crochets into each stitch. When we'll arrive at the marked stitch, we will work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. I will have you see. So chain 2, yes, yarn over, insert the hook not into the first stitch but into the second one, the first double crochet, again double crochet, so I'm arriving at my marked stitch. I'm putting away stitch marker and I'm going to work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'm replacing my stitch marker into the third double crochet, and I'm continuing to work my double crochets into each stitch. In every marked stitch I will do 5 double crochets, then continue with 1 double crochet into each stitch. At the next angle corner stitch I am going to work 5 double crochets, and so on till the end of the row. Let's meet at the end of the row. I'm at the end of the row, yarn over, and here I'm going to insert the hook on the top of the chain of 1 of the previous row, and I'm working my double crochet, that is. Then I'm turning my work. Now I'm going to work the solid row of only single crochets without increasing anything. I think that till here everything is clear. After every row of double crochets, we are making the row of only single crochets without increasing. Then we repeat the row with only double crochets and with increasing. So when we are working double crochet, we should increase. So work 5 double crochets into the marked stitch. When we are working single crochets, we should not increase anything, just only 1 stitch, 1 single crochet. And our rows, maybe I will draw it for you, it's better. I will let you see. So here is our yoke. Yes. And we are working 1 row of single crochet, another row, the second row of double crochet, it's a larger row. When we are making the row of double crochet, we are working 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets in each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another row of only single crochets. Yes, single, double, single. When we are making the row single crochet, we are not increasing anything, we are not increasing the stitches. Then another row of double crochets, and here also we are going to increase 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, we are increasing. Then another row of single crochet, row number 5, row number 6, double, and here also we are increasing 1 2 3 4 5. We are going to work like this: the 5th row single crochet, the 6th row double crochet, 7 single, 8 double. In each row with double crochet we are increasing, we are working 5 crochets in one stitch. When we are working the row of single crochet, we are not increasing nothing. In this chart you can find the length of the yoke line for different sizes. I have finished to make my yoke, almost finished. According to the age of my daughter, she's 1 year and 3 months. I have taken in the chart, I have taken the measures of 1 year baby, because she's not tall, she's rather little, and I need the neckline, this line, 13 centimeters. I have 12 centimeters. Here also 12 centimeters. But it's okay for me. Why? Because I'm going to make my back side a little bit longer than front side. Why? What do I mean? Now I'll explain you. If you take any dress, any t-shirt, even the same t-shirt which I used to take the measures, you can see that the back side is longer than the front side. I mean the neckline. Yes, you see that it's up and this is down. Yes, here also this dress, we see that the neckline is more open in the front, and in the back it's different, not the same. So any t-shirt, any jacket, any cardigan, any dress you will take, you will see the same thing. Yes, here it's more opened, and on the back side it's more closed. The same thing. They are not equal. And here also I want to make the same thing. Why? Because it will fit better, and the dress will be more comfortable for your baby. How will I do it? So if you don't want to do it, you can just continue to make your neckline till the measures of your baby. Look the chart. If you need 13 centimeters, make another row and you will get 13 centimeters. 14, 15, that's the same. But I will show you how I want to proceed with the dress. If you like it, you can do it. Otherwise, do as usual for you. So I'm going to cut this yarn yes, and then I need to decide which side will be right side and which side will be wrong side. Usually I like this side where I make my double crochets. So I made my double crochets from this side, yes, here, 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 and then finished it here. And this side, which were front for me, I like to have like right side, yes. If you prefer another side, it's up to you. It's only up your taste. So this side will be my right side, and I will start to work. Maybe I will put some marker, some place, but it doesn't matter where, just to mark that this is my right side. I will mark this side is my right side, and I will remember that this is my right side. Okay, our back part is here, 1 and 2. Our back part will start from this marked stitcher. It will finish with this marked stitcher. These stitches, where we inserted the markers, will be the first and the last stitch of our back side. So I finished my row here. So I will turn my yoke to the wrong side, in my case wrong side. I will take away the marker, insert the hook, and I'm going to work 2 rows. So in this case I will make my back side longer. I will take the yarn. As here I finished with my double crochet row, now I am going to work a single crochet to repeat my pattern, but now without any increasing. I will let you see. So I just pull here my first chain 1. Yes, then I'm going to insert the hook and work my single crochet. Single crochet in each stitch till the end of the middle of the back side. We'll meet here. I arrived almost at the end of the middle of my back. Here I was making the single crochet. If you finished the yoke with single crochet, you should work here double crochets. It doesn't matter at all, but without any increasing. Yes. So I'm going to insert the hook into the top of the chain. Work my single crochet. I didn't say, if you don't want to make your back side longer, just skip this couple of minutes of the video and we'll meet further. Yes. Now I'm going to insert my hook into this side, this part of back side, where I cut away my yarn. In the first, on the top of the first double crochet, because I have made double crochets, or on the top of your single crochet if this row was the row of single crochet. My right side is here, so I leave this yarn from the on the back side. And I'm going to work my single crochet. this is here we have a knot. I will just do like this. So just pull the yarn from here to avoid the knot. So I'm at the end of the one back part, and then I'm inserting the hook on the top here, and I'm making my single crochet. I'll pull the yarn which I cut before, and I will put it inside my work, just making my single crochets. Now we'll continue the row like usual, just making our crochet. In my case single crochet, in your case it could be a double crochet, but I will hide this yarn in the middle of my crochet, so the hook and the yarn should be over here. So I continue working my single crochet till the end of the back side, till this marker. Let's meet at this marker. I have arrived at the marked stitch. I put away the marker and I'm making the single crochet, in my case single crochet, into this stitch. I didn't increase any stitch in this row. I'm turning my work, my yoke. Now, as I have just worked my single crochet row, I'm going to repeat the pattern and work a double crochet row, but without any increasing. 1, 2, chain 2, yarn over, and I'm going to insert the hook not in the first but in the second stitch like usual. And in this in this way I'm just going to make all the row of double crochets without any increasing. Here we have perfectly our stitches till till the end of our back side. Let's meet at the end of our back side. I arrived almost at the end. Here I have the tail where I started the row, yarn over, double crochet, yarn over, and another double crochet on the top of the chain. We have made chain 1 here, do you remember? So I finished. Let's look what do I have now. My yoke now looks like this. My back side is a little bit longer, just 1 centimeter longer, because my daughter is little. She is little more than 1 year. Surely for 5 years old girl you should make more difference, about 2 centimeters. 1 centimeter is for little girls. Okay, now my yoke line is a little bit longer. And while connecting our back with our side part, I will work another row of single crochet. This will give me other, not centimeters, but other 3-4 millimeters. So I will arrive at 13 centimeters of the yoke line as I needed. Now let's start to connect our back side with our front side. And I will show for these people who didn't want to make the back side longer, how should they proceed. So I'm inserting my hook in the stitch. Now where am I? I'm at the angle, yes, just at the end of the beginning of my back side. This is my shoulder. Now I should not work my shoulder. I should make another row on my back side, then skip the shoulder part and connect my back side with my front side. Let's see. This is my back side. I turned my work, and as here I finished the row with double crochets, I'm going to make the solid row of single crochet. Chain 1, insert the hook into the next stitch, not the first one, and I'm going to continue the solid row of single crochets till the end of the back side, and let's meet here. And now I will show for the people who didn't want to make the back side longer. So these people should find the situation that they have two parts of the back side not connected. So for the people who didn't want to make the back side longer, I have made this gauge sample. I think everything will be clear, even if it's a little. So let's imagine that that is your yoke. Yes, it's much more longer and wider. But you are at the end of the row. Yes, here's the one marker, here's the second marker of your back side. Yes, then you have the shoulders and the front side. This is one marker, and this is another marker of your back side. To connect the back side, I suggest you to cut away the yarn. Why? Because we will go to chain 1 or chain 2 every row till the end of the dress, and it's not doesn't like very nice. I suggested to cut away the yarn and start. Yes, if you made this row, yes, you should start not from this stitch, because you have finished the row here. You should turn your work and start from this stitch marker. Yes, if you put together your yoke from this marker. So I'm taking away the stitch marker. You have cut, yes, away your yarn, and as my previous row was of double crochets, so I pull the yarn and make one chain, and in the next stitch I'm working my single crochet and another single crochet and another in the next stitch, and so on. If your last row was solid row of single crochet, you will chain 2 here and continue to work your double crochets. It makes no difference. Here I find the initial chain, so I insert the hook on the top of the chain and work my single crochet. Then I'm going to connect the second part of the back side. I didn't cut away the yarn, but you should do it. And insert the hook, yes, on the top of the your first double crochet or single crochet, depends on where do you stopped. I'm making this mode, but you will insert the hook inside on the top and make single crochet or double crochet the row which you are working, and continue working single or double crochet till the next marker, stitch marker. Yes, I'm arriving. Here my stitch marker. I don't increase any stitch. I just insert the hook into the marked stitch and made my single crochet. So here you've got the shoulder, and let's meet all together and continue our work, because now we are all at the same point. I am right at the end of the row, at the end of my back side. I have made one row. Here I have the shoulder, and here the front side. Before connecting my back side with my front side, I'm going to find out how long should be my underarm spaces. So I'm going to take the measures of the lengths or widths of my back side and front side. That should be equal. 25 centimeters back side, and here 25 centimeters front side. I'm measuring from the stitch marker till the stitch marker. I am including the stitches, marked stitches, 25 centimeters. So I have totally 50 centimeters. My daughter's chest is exactly 50 centimeters, and you should take the measure of the chest of your child. To measure the chest, it's not such as difficult as measure the neckline, or you can look at the chart and find out the average measures for your age. So my daughter's chest is 50 centimeters, and I'm going to add 4 centimeters to fit good, to have some space for her inside the dress. And 4 centimeters are okay for every size, every kid size. Sometimes, or even for adults, we add only 4 centimeters. Maybe 6 centimeters for adults is better, but for the kids, 4 centimeters are very good for all the ages, even for newborns, because the newborns needs more space inside their clothes, and they grow very, very fast. So as I decided to add the 4 centimeters, I should add 2 centimeters under for every shoulder. Yes, 2 centimeters for one side and 2 centimeters for another side. Now I should find out how many stitches should I add. So I put my measuring tape on my yoke. I found the row of double crochets because you can see them better, and I also can see them better. Here I'm starting from the double crochet. Yes, from the beginning of the double crochet, and I'm counting how many double crochet do I have in 2 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. What should I do? I can add or 5 or 6 chains, yes, for one underarm hole. It's up to you. You should decide how many chains do you prefer. I think that I will add 5 chains. Yes, 5 chains for me will do. I don't want the dress too large. Okay, as all of us now are at the same point at the end of the back side, yes, we are going to skip the part of our shoulder and chain the number of chains you decided. I will chain 5, but my chains will be very, very loose, because when I will work inside the chains my single double crochet, the chain will tight my crochets, so I'm going to make the chains very, very loose. So where I was here. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go to the next marker, this one. Put away the marker. So we skipped the shoulder, and insert your hook into the marked stitch. I was working single crochets, so I'm continuing to work the single crochets. One stitch, one single crochet, one stitch, one single crochet, without increasing anything and without skipping any stitch. This is our front side. So let's do our crochets, single crochets or double crochets, I don't know where you are, and let's meet at the next stitch marker. I get at the next stitch marker. I'll put it away, work my single crochet into the stitch, and I'm chaining 5 very loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm skipping my shoulder, and I arrived at the beginning of my back side. Here I have the initial chain, so I'm going to insert the hook on the top of the chain, and I'm going to work a slip stitch. That is. Now we have connect all the parts. Our yoke is, our top part of the dress is round, but we will not work it in a round, because in this case our rows, our last rows, will look like different mode. So we have our I have my right side out here, yes, and I want that from my right side this pattern, the pattern of 2 rows, single crochet and double crochet, will look like equal all the rows. So what should I do? The next row is double crochets, yes. So I'm chaining 2, 1, 2, and I will not continue here from the right to the left to work my double crochets, because otherwise they will look like different. I'm turning my yoke from to other side, and now I'm going to work my double crochet directly into the chain, but I don't want to insert my hook into these V letters, because it's a nice part of the chain. I'm going to insert the hook from the other part of the chain into these stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because I have the chain of 5 here. And here. And when I will make my 5 double crochets, I will show you how does look my chain from the other side, and how will look like my undershoulder, underarm hole. It's a little bit difficult to insert the hook into these stitches, but it's worth to do it, because you will have a nice underarm space, because we are not going to work any border in the underarm space. One, two, three. Four. And 5. Not now. And 5. So my chain from this side, look, it's very nice, it looks like nice. So I'm going to work my double crochets in every stitch without any increasement, and we'll meet here at the end of the row. I arrived at the end of the row. I'm working my last double crochet, and here I have my chain. I'm inserting my hook on the top of the chain, and I'm working my slip stitch. Now I'm going to make the row of a single crochet, and it will be the last row of the top part of this dress. I want to finish my top part with the row of single crochet, because they are more stable than double crochet. Look, double crochet are more flexible. The single crochet more fix better our top part. So I'm chaining one and turn my yoke, my top part, and I'm going to work the single crochet into each stitch, and I think here everything is clear. We'll meet at the end of the row.